In this video, I started a first-generation farm with nothing but a bank loan and a pickup truck. So now I have the challenge of building a profitable farm from scratch. Will I go broke or will I make it big? Stay tuned to find out. And if you guys enjoy content like this and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe and dropping a like helps too. Anyway, let's go build a farm. Another day on the farm, and it is October 2nd. And even though we've just gotten harvest done, there is still so much work to do, and we're pretty far behind at this point. So number one, still got a bunch of tillage to do. Number two, I gotta get all this equipment washed, serviced, and organized to some degree. I don't know why is this like this? I don't know what happened. And we've got rain on the way, so if I want to get any tillage done, I had better get to that, but I might get the equipment looking a little bit better here first. Now, one thing I'm not going to be able to do is get the combine put inside because there's just not going to be enough room. But I mean, realistically, does it need to be inside? Probably not. Now, there would be enough room if I didn't have my camper sitting in the shed, but frankly, since I'm staying out here over the winter, I would like to stay a little bit warmer. So the camper stays inside. I'm also not going to service the combine because, well, hopefully by next year we get ourselves a newer one. Maybe not a newer one, maybe just something better at least. I am just going to put this header on the outside of the shed here, though. There we go. You know what? I didn't check if this thing would fit in the shed. I hope it does. So the combine does not fit. I guess I can put it in between the two sheds. That way it's kind of sheltered. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that parked there. Now, this Ford is going inside the shed, but the rake is not. Now, ideally next year, I want to get rid of this thing because it's kind of useless. The only thing it's good for is pulling the rake. It's literally too small to use on any other piece of equipment I have here. You know what? Maybe it could pull the seeder, but we're getting rid of that next year for sure, though. So don't really need it around. You know what? Thinking about it, that rain could turn into snow. That would not be good. Gravity wagon's just getting parked on the side of the shop here. You know what? Looking at this now, we might actually have enough space to park the combine in here. But I did get the rest of the hay equipment all washed off and serviced up for the most part. We're going to figure out where we need to put these. So I just pulled the combine back out of the shop. I had it pretty much all the way in there, and then I realized, oh, I got to put the rest of these spray pallets away, or I guess herbicide pallets. I have a pallet rack there, may as well use it. Picking up two of these at a time is going to be a little sketchy. Okay, it's definitely not happening. One at a time then. Oh man, this pallet isn't going to fit on the bottom rack. Do I have to do more pallet shuffling? I am. These go down here. These as well. Really should have just combined these into one or two big pallets. We would have been fine. Now the big tanks of herbicide can go up on the top. There we go. Much better. Just moving the last of the implements besides the disc here. And there we go. I'd say we got this pretty well organized. Only thing is, once we have to move these bales, we're going to have to move this out of the way. But got the gravity wagons back here. And in the shed is the combine, baler, and the Ford. There's still a couple more things that have to go in here, but for the equipment, that's most of it. So we've got some rain on the way. Now, I'm assuming once it starts raining here, we're probably not going to get any more work done for the rest of the year as far as tillage goes, because once that field gets wet, or if it becomes snow, probably not going to get too far there. One thing I'm really going to need when winter rolls around here is a loader tractor, and that I don't have at the moment. I don't know if I can get a loader on this. Maybe I'll see if I can. There's one more field I'd like to get done, and it's this big one back here. If I can get this one done, I'll be pretty happy. I'm surprised I'm not seeing more rocks come up, though, because they should be coming up with the tillage here, but if we don't see them in the spring, maybe I lucked out and I got fields with no rocks in them. That would actually save me a lot of money and time. So we're still just cruising along here. Got under the half of the field left. I'm trying to look and see if I can get a loader for this thing because I'm gonna need it. I was looking in the cab trying to figure out where the heck the joystick for the loader was, and then I looked down here, I'm like, oh, it's just where the hydraulics are normally. So I'm just on the last couple passes of the field here, and I just got a call back from my local equipment dealer, and they told me they have a loader for me, as well as all the pieces to actually get it on the tractor. So as soon as I'm finished this, we're gonna load this tractor up on the trailer and get it over there. That is the last of the tillage till spring. My weather app keeps saying it's gonna rain, but I'm seeing no signs of rain here, so I don't know if it actually is or not. Just gonna wash this disc off before we put it away. You'd think a quick drive through the creek there would do it, but nope, not quite. Can I squeeze through here? I think so. Oh yeah, we're good. Let's hope the dually can handle the 4455 here. Should be able to. Oh yeah, it's squatting, that's for sure. A lot of weight on the trailer. We are all loaded up here and strapped down. Now, the loader we're going to be getting for this tractor is not going to be like an official John Deere one, but it is going to be a close match. Kind of hard right now to find a loader for one of these older tractors for whatever reason, but we're making it work. $15,000 later, and we have got ourselves a new loader and a new bucket with a grapple too, so we can move bales. Now, I will say it's definitely not the best looking loader setup for this particular tractor, but it does work. That's the nice part. It has also started raining, which is not great, but we're going to get this back to the farm. We're probably not going to have any use for it for a little while, at least until the snow comes or we have to load bales, but it'll be something. Look at that. It's like I got myself a whole new tractor. The reason why I went with the grapple bucket instead of just a normal bucket and then a bale spear is because I can grab bales with this with the grapple, so makes it just one less attachment. Dang, this rain's really coming down. There we go. Tractor in the shop. Skid steer in the shop. I just gotta find a spot for the trailer. All that work washing equipment, I could have just parked it all outside and just left it, and it would have been nice and clean. Well, probably not, but it's still a good idea. Wonder if I can squeeze the truck in here. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, this is not good. I can't fit the truck in. We're still sticking out. Hold on, I might have an idea. All right, plenty of space for the truck. Perfect. Well, this is pretty much where I'm gonna sit until it's time for us to sell the bales. Every time I walk out of my camper, I'm just gonna be staring at a tractor. I love it. So it is officially December 6th. We're heavy into winter, and it's pretty dang cold out right now, if I'm gonna be honest. But would you look at that? We got ourselves some snow. Not a whole bunch, though. At any rate, if we take a look at the price charts here, straw at its peak right now, or dang close to it, 143. Yeah, it's selling for more than that, the bale sale. We go down here to hay, it's also at its peak and actually selling for a bit more. That means we've got some work to do. Apparently it's not cold enough for the creek to freeze over, so there's still that. I was all excited. I'm like, I'm gonna get to plow some snow. Nope, no such thing. I mean, I guess we get to pick up a little bit. Not too much, though. All right, well, that should be good enough. I wonder, since I got the duals on the back, they've got some extra weight. Can I pick up 5 bales at a time? There's no way. No, I gotta try, though. Okay, yeah, no, it ain't happening, but 2 is for sure happening. Might have to move my trailer further out of the way, because I gotta make like a 4-point turn just to get them on the trailer. Also, I just realized I've got mud grap tires on the truck. I can't imagine those are too good for ice and snow. We might be slipping and sliding a bit when it comes to transporting these. So I've got the whole bottom row here all done. I was gonna try and double up on the top row, but it's still snowing and it's probably gonna be icy out, so I don't really want to load up that much weight. I mean, we're still gonna be pretty heavy, but if we could go a tad bit easier on the weight, that might be better. That is one full trailer right there. Oh man, the Super Duty is not gonna like this. We've got a few more left. I think we should be able to get everything on one more trailer load. I don't know, we're gonna see. Oh yeah, we're spinning, that's for sure. Good thing I got these light pods on the front. Pretty dark out here today. Yeah, loading bales with that tractor versus the skid steer is way easier because I can actually pick up 2 at a time. The skid steer you can, but it's so dang tippy. This just makes it so much easier. I didn't even count how many bales we had on here. I believe 26. Not too bad. Oh yeah, roads are looking real icy. It's time to make some money. Finally cashing in. Hopefully it was worth that 10 grand to build that bale shed. Well, safe to say it was worth it. We made $18,593. And the hay is worth even more. We did have more of the straw though, but not by much. So I'm interested to see what the hay brings. Time to load it up again. Although this time, I think we're gonna start with the hay and then put the straw on the back. That is if we can manage to fit it all on the trailer. Okay, so my bottom row is full on the trailer, but I still have 11 more hay bales and 9 more straw bales. I'm not going to be able to fit this all on unless I double stack the trailer. Screw it, we're going to see if the Super Duty can handle it. I don't know if it's going to work. So it looks like we're not going to be able to load any more bales on here. The trailer is kind of freaking out over this much weight. The bales are starting to shift in that, so we're just gonna say screw it, take this to the bale cell and get rid of it before it explodes off my trailer or something. Kinda sucks that we have to take another load, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's see what we get for this. So off of that slightly smaller load, we made $23,296. Not too bad for a bunch of hay. All right, I got 9 more straw bales to go. It's probably not going to be worth too much, but it'll be better than nothing. It'll be nice to get that shed cleared out. Last 2 bales. All right, well, I'm going to put this thing back in the shed because we don't really need it out of the shed. I would plow some snow, but really there's not going to be too much to plow here. So, yeah, we're just going to park the tractor. It's probably going to stay parked till spring. I'm curious to see what we're going to end up with in total for pretty much selling everything that we managed to produce this year. So our total came out to $237,493. Now, if I didn't buy a couple extra things this year, like the loader and whatever else, we would have had close to $250,000, which would have been half of our debt. We could have paid off half our debt this year, which would have been crazy. But we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do for next year, whether that's buy more property, go into paying off more debt, and we're also going to have to buy some more equipment. That and make this dang gate wider. Such a pain to get stuff through there. Well, there's not much else left to do now, but sit and wait for spring. Anyways, let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of the first season of First Generation Farm. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe, and goodbye.